Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. I am aware that it is a Thursday, so I don't expect everyone to show up today, though we did have quite a nice attendance on a Tuesday of all days, so I'm not exactly pessimistic either. In any case, welcome everybody who joined already. I know this was rather sudden, I didn't even give you a 10 minutes heads up. However, we are streaming today yet again. Hey Pixel, good to see you again. Alright, so the plan for today, as you have probably seen from the title, I'm going to be finishing my Witch's Bestiary, which is almost done. Hey Lero, welcome again. I am also working on skeletons. They are only 15 points, 500 kills, but I decided it is such an easy one to get that I might just as well. Every time I travel with Battle, which I do quite often, I first go to Helheim and just make a quick round around the island. It's like 2 more minutes every single time I travel. But it's like, I think it's 6 skeletons, so eventually we are going to get there. I am already 383 kills in anyway. Alright, I've been AFK for a moment in here and everybody is already respawned. I've been killing the ice witches in this little tower over here. You can see on the map right there in this barbarian camp. Hero, sorry, yeah. We talked about that before. The L just makes sense for some reason. Hero. I'm sorry, but I do not remember. You did tell me that it was the first of the 2 options, but I don't really remember it anymore. So it's Hero, right? Hey Jean, welcome to the stream, and hello Envy. I haven't seen you in the chat in ages. Yeah, you asked about the skeletons. Yesterday I did silver rabbits, deer and smugglers, and those all together were enough to give me 25 points. I was trying to avoid doing 15 pointers, mainly because I am still going to need to do a 1000 pointer anyway. I mean 25 pointer. Unless I can score like 500 pointers and they are not exactly fast at all. Okay, so it's Hero then, right? Final try. Just Hero. In any case, yeah, as I was saying, I did those deers, rabbits and smugglers, which was 25 total. I'm working on those skeletons mainly because it doesn't take that much time, and who knows, I might end up needing to use them right now. I can't be too picky when it comes to Bestiary entries I do. So I am only missing like, what, 49 kills in here? I am not going to take long killing ice witches. Frankly, I should have been done before the stream, but yeah, I got distracted by many things. I've been looking at the store outfits, thinking about next challenges that I'm going to do, because I realized that this character is, well, nearing its end, actually. If I am able to defeat the Ghastly Dragon, then all that will be left is Warlord Arena and demons, right? I mean, it's not immediately over once I do that, but still, I don't think it's going to take me more than 3, maybe 4 months to finish this challenge. Oh, I almost died just now. So it's Hero? Or did I overdo the R? I should probably just look it up on the internet if it's not... if it is an actual name. Oh yeah, for whatever reason there's a lot of Finnish people playing Tibia. I mean, everybody who I have met in Tibia so far, every Finnish person that is, has been pretty amazing, so I'm not going to say no. Oh, so it's like Iro? Nothing English, just like that. Iro. Pretty cool name, by the way. I wish I could spell it properly, though. Alright, just a couple more witches, and then we can move on to the next objective. And I think another Mystic Turban. There's the thing, I kind of wanted to get the earmuffs drop from them. I don't think I'll be able to, because it is quite rare. It's like over 1000 kills to get a drop, and I will only be doing 1000 kills, right? So the chance of me actually dropping the earmuffs is around 60%. So I'm not exactly counting on the drop, but it would be nice. I'm not sure if I would use it in any way, but having access to a constantly enchanted helmet that gives you 2% resistance to frost sounds like something you might want to have in Svargrounded, right? Then again, if I get the Zao helmet after all, then there will be no comparing. Yeah, I'm still killing the Bloodwalkers, even though I don't really need to, since I have finished their Bestiary entry quite some time ago, but still, I need to get some EXP done, and they still didn't drop even a single piece of ham, which is a shame because we are hungry. Oh yeah, my stamina, it is kind of damaged. And quite frankly, I haven't even been playing to the 100% of my ability. I've been taking breaks. I actually have a feeling I haven't been playing enough, and yet the stamina does not agree with me. So make of it what you will. I'm kind of dedicated though. On the weekend I have university, so I won't be playing much. I'll be sitting at home and making runes. And since you get the resting bonus, if you log in like 7 days in a row, I think, that grants you stamina regeneration at home, my stamina should look okay on Monday. Right. So Airo is paddle and Iro is you. I'll try to keep that in mind. Last time we talked, I didn't really get the message, because I told you that I asked whether it is Iro or Iro, and you were like, yeah, the first one, but at that point I did not remember which one I said first, if that makes sense. In any case, I'll try to remember from now on. So, you might be wondering why I am hitting the witches with holy magic, which they are resistant to actually. Ice witches only take like 80% of damage from holy sources, and the answer to that is the alternative, which is heavy magic missiles, which they are weak to, actually don't even deal that much more damage, because heavy magic missiles are a rather weak rune, so doesn't matter whether I spam my spell or the rune, and the spell gives me this little bonus of training my magical power. So I'll keep training magic. Having 24 magic would be quite useful. I wonder if I can get this Bestiary entry before we run out of potions though. Did we get a ham? Still not, alright. Not even before. I don't really want to eat my green mushrooms. They're going to be my food that I use when fighting in a warlord arena, because they weigh so little and have such a great food to capacity ratio. I'm going to bring them into the arena and just regenerate my magic at maximum every single battle. Oh yeah, skilling on rotworms in a free account. Which spot did you pick to skill, by the way? Are you in Fibula or Ancient Temple, or did you find some better spot? By the way, in case you haven't been following my Discord, which I assume you wouldn't, I've got the mount now. I got it in Chill Forest, obviously. I was finally able to get my tinderbox to work properly, and the melting horn didn't break 3 times in a row, so now I have a constant plus 10 to speed thanks to this Svargrounded. And it also gave me 2 more achievements, I guess. Speaking of achievements, I also got another achievement. I can't really remember what it is called, but it is the one that you get for using a fake present. I got the fake present from a suspicious bug that drops from undead jesters. I still didn't get the toy mouse, by the way. Oh, Ancient Temple behind the slimes, alright. But wait, Jean, weren't you like level 30 or something already? Because quite frankly, I do regret skilling on rotworms at all. It's probably better to just rush the content until you get Beholder Shield or Griffin Shield, as well as Noble Armor, that sort of stuff. So it's like level 35, I think. Once you have that, you can easily skill on White Deer. And White Deer are probably the best skilling buddies in this game. Still no ham, that's a darn shame. But only 16 ice witches remain, and we have pretty much cleared this area, so they will only be singular, I hope. Yeah, level 35, so you should be good to go for the Noble Armor as well as the Griffin Shield. It's not even mandatory, you can use some other shield, I suppose. Just enrage a White Deer and skill on it, I think that's probably way more convenient. You don't have to pay that much attention, you cannot... you don't have to switch targets every now and then when your rotworm dies. Consider it at least. Skilling on the enraged White Deer was probably the best skilling experience I ever had. Unlike monks, they don't hit that hard, so you're never worried for your life if you step away. Alright, you got the Dragon Shield, I remember now, so you are definitely eligible for even more so. You should do very fine against the White Deer. The best place to hunt for enraged White Deer is on your way to Orc Fortress, like the little plains directly east of Khazad-dûm. Oh yeah, the vampire is definitely way better for paladins, but he is a knight. So east of Khazar-dûn there are those plains, and you can meet white deer in like 4 different spots over there. Lamp. I could use some ham though. Well, never mind, it's just 10 more witches. 9 if we don't count this one. Can we get the earmuffs? Actually, it's possible that I've gotten the earmuffs already. No, there's no way. Since they are marked as a green item, I definitely wouldn't skip it. Well, yeah, they do skill up as well, but with your kind of gear, the white deer will probably never skill up on you to a point when you cannot handle him. Like, your dragon shield alone is huge. I was able to skill safely on a white deer for like 6-7 hours straight with gear worse than yours. So you should be totally fine. Though the white deer aren't always on, sometimes there's the starving wolves, in which case you cannot really skill on them. But if you can, then it's just a little bit of a hassle to set it up. Once you do, you just pick a spot, hide somewhere away from the prying eyes of other players, and have fun. Alright. If I kill these 2, it's going to be just 5 more, and then we can finally leave this tower. Now, when I hunted here before, I think I had a EXP boost for ice witches from praise, as well as I had a full stamina, so I remember this place being like 250k per hour. Right now I'm doing 117k. I'm seriously missing my stamina bonus. But there isn't much I can do about that. Another Mystic Turban. No. Enemies skilling up on you, they play by the same rules as we do. If they do not land any blood hits on you, then they won't get any skill ups. Simple as that. Any hams? No, still not. Maybe downstairs. There's going to be like 4 of them. And I missed this one. Let's get him in melee, just slightly. Tenderized. Nope, nothing. Alright, we can just suffer through it. It's going to cost us some more potions, but right now I am still quite good when it comes to money. Any witches respawned? Not yet. Very well. Like I said, with white deer, I started skilling with gear weaker than yours, and it took like 6-7 hours to bring them to a point where I had to switch deer. And it's not very hard to find like a wolf or a spider or some other weak creature to just be your second or third. I mean second. Yep, I finally got the mount. I guess I'm spoiling a lot with these streams, but still, there's not that many people watching the streams compared to videos. I hope nobody minds. Some minor spoilers. Yep, I've got the mount. Quite happy with myself. I was starting to worry that I might not get to see the mount this year. But then again, it's like, the Wikipedia says you have a 10% chance to fully unfrost a Ursa-Grodon with your melting horn. Actually, I don't want to find them here. I'll just find one singular one, since we are only missing one ice witch. So you have a 10% chance to achieve the fully unfrosted Ursa-Grodon. with your melting horn, and you get a melting horn once every 20 hours. It's not actually every single server save, it's once every 20 hours. So if you're extra paying attention, you can get even more than the 30 melting horns that you would usually expect from logging in every day. Alright, we got the ice which is done. I don't have it on video for a video, but I guess I'll just download the stream later on. We didn't get the earmuffs after all, but that's quite alright. They have 70 armor. Seriously, that's quite a lot. Alright, we are done with witches. Now let's go back to the city. Let's refill and decide where we will be going for. Oh, fur boots. Let me pick them up. Yeah, so our next target is probably going to be Quaras. Quara predators for sure, not sure about any other kind. And of course I am referring to scouts. There we go, level 1, 2. We can get out of here. Actually, before I get out of here, let's just loop this way, and I think there's some chickens over here. But yeah, I cannot stop myself from killing these guys. They have positioned themselves perfectly for me. There should be chickens. There we go. 3 chickens here. 1 more here. There's some more in the middle of the city, I believe. But I won't bother with those. I don't think I can ever finish the chicken bestiary anyway. Well, casting calderas at these guys is pretty good EXP per hour, but still, I'm probably mostly going to focus on bestiary for now. Yes, I can see how this mount can be failable. Still, you've got quite a lot of attempts, and if you're not playing an Iron Band, then you just place a bunch of alternate characters. Passage Helheim, yes. Right, there's a guy. Hopefully he doesn't kill any of our skeletons. Nope, mine. Alright. He went away. The skeletons are ours. By the way, I wasn't aware of that, but I got a light shovel from a pirate. I think it was a buccaneer. One of the pirates in any case. I was hunting in the poacher's camp at Tersang to get that smuggler bestiary entry. And it turns out they dropped light shovels, one of the pirates. I also got a dice. Or is it called a die in Tibia? Hey, thanks. I just got it yesterday, I think. EXP per hour? Well, I only have the data that I have collected when I had the stamina bonus. And it was like up to 300k per hour when I was paying attention. Let's get to Svargrounded. No, this is Okulnir. There we go. And most of all, it's pretty chill. And I always enjoyed just nuking bunches of enemies with my caldera. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fun. Yes, but if you look right here, there's one dice, right? And it says die. So it's a bunch of die, I guess. I got more than one. Alright, let's deposit our stuff and we can plan our next excursion. There are 2 places where you can find Quara scouts in Svargrounded. Let me eat some of these cheeses. Actually, I'll have to bring some cheese with me, I think. I got the cheese from a shop, by the way. It's probably the best food that I can buy without having to go into trouble of dropping anything from enemies. Yeah, die is singular, die is... okay. Okay, that makes sense. I always thought it was just dice, but That might be because of some weird stuff I read somewhere. Alright, let's buy some more potions and then we can explore the 2 Quaras caves. Not passage, trade again. Sell off my empties. And buy some of those manas. There we go. Hey David, welcome to the stream. 0 capacity, that's a shame. This magic wand will expire soon as well. I think I'll just put away 25 of those potions. And bring some more of my many magic light ones that I got while hunting mummies. I am good with light. Wow, let's bring 2 extra, since I don't think we will be. Actually, I forgot to bring that cheese that I said that I would bring. So let's take this stack. That's good enough. Alright. I'm going to visit a temple as well. I think I've got a bunch of Exalt Forge. Actually not, it's just 45. Can I even buy a single raise? I guess I can. Since we are in the city, we might as well do it. Oh yeah, I forgot about Warhammer. There's a lot of dice tossing, especially if you play orcs and you get into your shooting phase. At least that's what I heard. Right, so let's see the Exaltation Forge really quickly before we continue. Conversion and raise my limit. I don't have really any plans to exalt any items. I mean, I do have multiple skull helmets, but momentum isn't exactly something I'm looking for. Alright, so let's take a chill in depot for a moment. I'm going to take a look at which bestiary entries we are going to hunt for today. So, we are done with witches, we can stop tracking them. The skeletons can be tracked still. And we are looking for humanoids, I think. No, those are just chakras. What would be the Quaras classified as? Aquatic, I guess. Alright, we are definitely going to finish the predators, since it's just less than 300 kills. Pinchers, we are, well, we have some progress on them, but I think in that main cave, with the one that I am going to go to, there's only 2 of them. Same goes for Hydromancers. Yes, that about makes sense, right? There's 1 Hydromancer and twice as many Pincher Scouts. It's almost a perfect number to reflect that. So we are going to get some Quara Predator kills in. I might have to do Pinchers eventually. So just in case, I'm going to start tracking them. But Hydromancers we might need to skip. Right, so let's see which of the 2 caves will be the best for us. Everybody riding their Svargroundeds nowadays. I guess they're going to get a little bit fancier in a couple months when nobody has them anymore. Oh, I'm afraid I only have 1 dragon scale male. And it took me like 1200 dragons, frost dragons, to get it, so I do not expect to be farming for another one anytime soon. Not until I have way better gear and I'm way better prepared to hunt the dragons, because eventually I think the dragons are going to be the best source of EXP for me. They have been when I was hunting them anyway. Alright, so the first Quara cave that I have been hunting in, let's just take a quick moment to scout it out and note how many predators we have. Actually, we aren't going to focus on predators. I am mostly interested in the secondary ones, because the predators, they aren't going to take us any longer than like an hour, I suppose. Oh shit, someone just lost a bunch of stuff. I think there's adventure stones. Did someone just rage die trying to get tinder boxes on level 8 characters? Sure looks that way. I already have 550 points. I need 700 for clans, so we are getting closer. And the main goal on this character is to get the best gear, which includes magic plate armor, mastermind shield zone, helmet zone, legs and guardian boots. And there's also a side goal of slaying the witch Yakchol, one of the stronger bosses. Odd. I think I remember being able to one-shot Quantasins. I mean, Mantasins with my AoE. So maybe I'm wrong. Alright. So, there's a bunch of those Manta guys, some squid guys. There's one pincher and 2 predators, it seems. Shouldn't there be 3? Maybe I yet again remembered it wrong. Right now I am pretty wasteful with my hunt, since we are just scouting. So 2 predators, 1 pincher over here. Some more constrictors, which we aren't really interested in fighting anymore, since we have them completed. When it comes to the best weapon, there's a couple things. Okay, here's the 3rd Predator Scout. Firstly, there is the weapon that you get from Warlord level of Arena, the Blessed Scepter that has 47 attack and plus 3 defense modifier. Quite an amazing weapon for us. Okay, here's a 4th Quaras Predator Scout. And actually there is one weapon that is better than the Blessed Scepter from the arena. However, getting it is not going to be simple at all. And I don't mean it drops from a difficult enemy, it does. However, the main difficulty about that enemy is getting him to appear rather than actually defeating him. And of course I mean Gazbaran. Very rarely, in the deepest parts of Fomorgar mines, you might get a Gazbaran to spawn, one of the Ruthless 7 I believe, a powerful demon. Of course there's going to be a bunch of other players rushing him, so I'm not really worried about defeating him. I guess it is kind of not in line with Iron Man mindset, but there is no way I can stop other players from trying to kill him, which they will for sure. But Gazbaran has a chance to drop a Dragon Bone, which has 48 attack compared to Blessed Scepter's 47. So I hope that answers your question about the best weapons. I would love the Dragon Bone, but I'm quite sure I cannot get it. Right, so that little hole, it contained... or was it? Yes, 4 Predators, 2 Pinchers and 1 Hydromancer. I do not believe I am ever going to be finishing the Hydromancers though. Now let's go quickly to another spot. I'm wondering which way would be the fastest though. Yes, I think we can try and take a shortcut through the glacier. There should be a way up somewhere here. Right? Or not? Yeah, here it is. We will see. I can get the heavy mace, however it is two-handed, and also it is only usable by knights. It's one of those weapons. so I'm afraid I won't be able to use it at all. Yep, Hammer of Wrath, it also can only be used by knights. I'm afraid you cannot have nice things in this game. Crystal spiders and wyverns, that's an interesting spot. I should definitely keep in mind. But this is not what we are after right now. Right, and I think if we go this way, we should be able to cut through and get to the other side of the glacier. Oh, the starving wolves, Hajin. Well, better luck next time. I mean, you can either kill, I think it was 200 of them, or put 10 of them to sleep, or maybe 20. Well, some of them. You would have to check the exact numbers, but you can make the white deer happen tomorrow by yourself if you are so inclined. Alright, and we are on the other side of the glacier. I guess it was a shortcut after all. Yes, I'm seriously baffled by the idea that they would put the only usable by knights indicator. The only usable by knights part has already been long fulfilled by the skill system, right? Knights are the only class that are actually a viable match with a melee weapon. No matter what melee weapon you're looking at, and I think I cannot get downstairs in here. Right, so as I was saying, and I once again forgot to put my pop filter on. There we go. I'm not sure if it helps in any way. But just in case, since I already have it, I'm going to put it up. So as I was saying before that, knights are the only class that can really use any melee weapon to the full potential. And yeah, I don't think there's any way to abuse a melee weapon with a paladin or a mage, especially when it comes to those specialized melee weapons, such as two-handers and stuff, because it's mostly high-level two-handed weapons that have the can only be used by knights part. Wait, where are we? I thought we were... Okay, we are a little bit elsewhere than I thought we are. There's no way to walk down from the glacier over here. There goes my expertise after exploring this entire place. But maybe around here? Yes, there's something. Yeah, so right now we are lost, I suppose. But we should be able to... yeah, make our way through here. I really love those frozen creatures. Yeah, we can't see this one, but sometimes it says what exactly this is. That was a frozen behemoth that is related to the lore of this place. That doesn't really explain the frozen mammoths though. The same glacier that contains demons that got frozen over here. The demons attacked this place before it was a frozen wasteland. So the demons got frozen, but in the same glacier there's also frozen mammoths. And mammoths wouldn't appear here before that, right? Since they're a icy creature. But I guess I am looking too far into this. Okay, I really hope I can get downstairs. There we go. And now we can finally check. the second Quara cave. When it comes to accessibility, I'm going to say the first one is way better. But since the Quaras aren't exactly tough opponents, we should be able to finish the Predators in one go anyway. Let's just see which one gives us the best progress at pinchers at the same time. Alright. The hole should be somewhere here any second now. There it is. Okay, a bunch of constrictors and mantasins just like we expected. Just get them killed real quick. I also keep forgetting that I got a bunch of stealth rings from the mantasins when I was still hunting the Quaras. I should probably consider using them at some point. Alright, just mantasins so far. Hopefully there is a constrictor or some predators soon. Alright, there's 2 hydromancers, that's neat, I say. Maybe the hydromancers will be possible then. I was pretty certain that there weren't any multiples over here, but we are proven wrong. At least I am. So let's just in case add them. Hydro. Track kills, there we go. There's a third hydromancer. Now, this place is interesting. So there's 1 predator, 3 hydromancers already. I can see a Quara pincher incoming as well. Now we have to be careful with hydromancers. They have pretty powerful hits if they care to deal them. Okay, so 1 pincher, 3 hydromancers already, and 1 predator. There's a second pincher and a second predator. And I think this is going to be the place we stay at. It might not be as fast to finish the predators, since there's only 2 of them, but we are going to do some good progress on hydromancers, and the pinchers are, well, the same as in the other place. Actually, there's another hydromancer and another predator. That's amazing. So yes, we are going to definitely stay in this place. Let's just figure out a good path. And we can probably do all the scouts. That's going to bring us 75 bestiary points closer to our goal once we are done. That's going to be 625, leaving us with 3 random positions to fill. Well, we still need to see... Oh, there's 2 more predators over here. It's going to be great. I can already tell. I just hope the respawn is good in this place. Oh, we are also going to be getting some shrimps again. Yes. Let's eat some of that cheese so that we can pick up the shrimp. The shrimp is likely some of the best food I can get in here. Yes, and here's this hidden note. Thankfully it's a daily respawn, so I can read it to you guys. 2 days now that I fell into this cave and still no help from the base. Did they not notice me gone missing? Surely the others were able to reach the camp and tell of our findings in the ice. I hope that my notes will not be lost, and that someone found my satchel with the shards and can make something out of it. 3 days now and food for maybe 1 day. It is cold and I can barely hold the stylus. I believe I am not alone. I see strange things moving behind the walls. Am I hallucinating? Maybe there is a way through to somewhere else, somewhere warm. If I could only break the ice. But my sword broke trying to reach the strange glitter and movement, and I am without hope. So this guy has a satchel with shards. I am not sure if we are actually able to find those shards. I mean, there's a good chance that yes, that is the case. Oh, there's a frozen human as well. Could it be that this is the human that wrote the note? I don't think so, because it looks like an ice witch. But then again, who knows? The placement could be random. Now, here's an interesting topic that I wanted to discuss the last time. However, I was kind of preoccupied with other stuff at the moment, so I completely forgot. So it might seem a little bit off topic, but I would like to discuss Helheim again. So you guys probably know about Hellgate, right? It is an ancient bonelord city that is located beneath Abdendriel. Or at least you enter it through Abdendriel and yeah, it's deep in the ground. So far underground you probably cannot consider it below anything. Kind of is its own thing. In any case, a city full of just bonelords. And it has this bizarre architecture, right? It is full of those weird buildings that are basically 1 story high. And you cannot enter the ground floor of those buildings without going upstairs first, right? A very weird design. A wand of cosmic energy. Already got a bunch of those. Might pick up later if I free up some capacity. Right, so there's also Helheim, which in Nordic means, if I am not mistaken, a gate to hell, and a hell with a single L. Hell is a Nordic version of the afterlife. Now I'm going to recall my very rusty memories of Nordic mythology, which I read a couple of years ago. Even more than a couple. So hell is a form of afterlife that people who did not get to Valhalla are sentenced to, right? And it is governed by a person, a goddess whose name is also Hel. So it basically is a gate to afterlife. Helheim is the name of the entire island, by the way. So it doesn't make sense for barbarians to call it that, right? Because it is the gate to their afterlife. It is the island where the barbarians send their dead. And I'm going to continue in a moment, someone is calling me. Alright, sorry about that, so let's continue the story time. Well then, the barbarians are sending their dead to an island called Helheim, which basically makes sense. I mean, Tibia is not exactly based on our real-world mythology, but I can see no problem with them copying the Norse afterlife from an existing mythology if it made sense. So, the barbarians send all their dead to an island called Helheim. And it just so happens that the island called Helheim, which is also very similar to an island called Helgate, is inhabited by bonelords. It doesn't seem as ancient as Helgate is. Helheim is missing some of those very ancient looking artifacts. Helgate itself has been remodeled some time ago. There's a special sort of soil in that place. There's a bunch of ancient writings and tombs and stuff like that. So Helgate is definitely older than Helheim. However, Helheim is quite well developed as well. Now, the real interesting thing is, which of those two things happened first? Did the bonelords settle the island of Helheim after the barbarians started sending their dead in there? Or have the bonelords already been there? In which case, why would barbarians choose to send their dead people over there? Because Helheim for barbarians is a graveyard site. Whenever someone dies, they are packed on a boat and sent to drift towards Helheim. According to barbarian laws, nobody is allowed to set foot on Helheim, save for the player, because he is basically not an actual barbarian but a honorary barbarian. Yeah, it's a convoluted part of the plot, but basically the player can technically go to Helheim. We visit Helheim on a mission from a shaman called Hjarn, I think, or maybe it was Sylfind. Basically a barbarian shaman. So the guy tells you that the spirits are distraught because there is something happening in the island of Helheim. And here's the interesting thing. When you go on that mission, all you do is you find a building that has an altar and a brain death next to it. And when you approach the altar, it gets nuked with like a holy strike or something like that. It's just a one-time animation that plays. And when you return, Hjarn tells you that he had some spirits follow you, and the spirits have basically fixed the situation, and you do not need to do anything else. So the situation wasn't bonelords being in the island, because that altar being nuked, it didn't remove the bonelords whatsoever. It only destroyed one single altar, something a brain death was working on. So here's my little theory, and it is completely headcanon and shouldn't be treated too seriously, but it is interesting to think about. What if barbarians have been influenced by bonelords from the very beginning? When you talk to different barbarians, you will soon realize that their entire culture is about embracing death. They have been living in this very hostile environment, where they can die every single time, no matter what happens. The weather is trying to get them, there's people trying to get them. The most traditional barbarians, the ones we call raiders, so the ones you can actually kill. Barbarian skull hunters, barbarian head splitters, blood walkers, all the, true barbarians, the truest ones. They're actually enemies, and their culture is about trading, killing, and dying in battle. So you take a group of people whose culture emphasizes strength, physical prowess, being fit, as well as makes them usually prone to dying at a very young age. You take those people who usually produce a ton of bodies of people who are fit and battle ready, and you have them all send their dead to an island where a bunch of bonelords live. And we can see that compared to Hellgate, where you only get like some basic undead. In Helheim there's lost souls, there's betrayed wraiths, there's even an undead dragon. They definitely have access to higher level undeads than those in Hellgate, and sure, you could argue that it's only because Hellgate is supposed to be a lower level location, and I agree with that. Yeah, but it does make sense that there would be higher level undead in a place that has a constant supply of high level bodies. Bodies of people who are fit, who have died in their prime, not as old people but as warriors, in battle while facing against some amazing odds. So who exactly implanted this idea of dying early? And who exactly implanted this idea of sending those who died early to an island of Helheim? So my theory is that bonelords have influenced the barbarians from a very early stage of their development. Maybe when they were still like caveman level, you know, right after the Frostheart Spire has been shattered, when people were trying to survive in whatever way, bonelords decided that, alright, let's take care of those humans and have them in a sort of uneasy alliance with us. Let's fool them into thinking we are their nature spirits. Let's talk to their shamans or whoever they talk to. Let's pretend that we are the spirits. And let's goad them into producing bodies for us to experiment on. If you talk to an NPC, I'm not sure what he was called, but he is basically a brain deaf model, but a non-hostile NPC in Hellgate. He tells you that he is no longer actually considered a full-fledged bonelord. If you take a look at a brain deaf sprite, they are missing the main eye, and they say as much, I mean the brain deaf NPC says as much, that the bonelords still talk to him, they still tolerate him because of his immense knowledge. However, they do not treat him as one of their own because he is unable to communicate in their language. He is unable to blink with his main eye, which means he is unable to use the 469 number. At least that is what I gathered from that dialogue with the guy. So we have brain devs who are not considered full-fledged bonelords. They are more powerful than a normal bonelord, but other bonelords are kind of biased against them. They don't consider them real. So when we go on a mission from Harn, when we investigate that weird altar, there is a elder bonelord as well as a brain deaf in there. So obviously we are supposed, at least the quest doesn't say it, but it is quite obvious that we are supposed to kill the brain deaf first, then investigate the place, and then step next to the altar, and the altar gets nuked with some holy energy. So the altar gets cleansed by spirits only after a brain deaf is gone. So some brain deaf, some entity that isn't even considered bonelords, was probably doing some experiments in there that other bonelords weren't happy with, so they go to their shaman. They say, hey, we are the spirits, you know, remember us? We want you to send someone to get rid of this one bonelord that we disagree with. We don't want to have an inner schism, we don't want to openly attack other bonelords or half bonelords, which the brain devs are. Let's just have an random adventurer show up and clear the stuff up for us, right? Bonelords are an intelligent race. There's no problem that they could have some sort of inner schism between themselves. They can easily have conflict among themselves. Just looking how they treat brain devs is enough to see that they aren't exactly the most tolerant and accepting people. Well, race. Have I read this book from Serpentine Tower? No, I haven't really read any of the books from Serpentine Towers, unless you have linked it to me, Conrad. In which case I might have, but I do not remember any book that would be related to the topic. Why would bonelords need more bodies if they are not really doing anything? Now here's the thing. I believe the bonelords basically need bodies for everything they do. They do not only use the bodies to reanimate as workers, I believe they also use bodies and death as some sort of batteries, you could say. I mean, like I said, everything I say right now is completely headcanon, something I came up with myself to explain what I have seen on the map. It is, I do not claim it is the only true explanation, but it is something that I have come up with myself and consider sensible enough to mention to you guys. So, in Hellgate, you see those weird carvings on the floor, quite a lot of them actually. I don't think you see quite as many anywhere else. Strange carvings are considered teleportation devices, mostly, but we don't really know their true purpose. Conrad has done some extensive research on them, but in Hellgate you get quite a lot of them, and right next to those strange carvings on the floor you also find a bunch of dead bodies. Quite a lot of dead bodies actually, in different states of decay. A huge amount of dead people. Yeah, I'm afraid the links won't show, so you could try sending it to me on Discord and I am going to link it myself. If I send it, it should be okay. But yes, so why would bonelords want such a large amount of dead bodies? Not animated dead bodies, just corpses, laying next to probably the biggest teleportation hub or just some sort of magic device. I believe bonelords use dead bodies as a battery. Probably the stronger the dead body was in life, the stronger the death energy from that dead body is going to be. Which is why they might want bodies of powerful people. Yes, exactly, the bonelords are a very weird race. Remember that they do not really regard each other with the same, and other races as well, with the same care as other people. They do not see evil or good, they only see in terms of power. For example, they are capable of reproducing, right? Quite easily, in fact. They can either make eggs or even instantly spawn their babies, the gazers. Elder bonelords have such an ability. When they summon gazers, those are actually baby beholders. And they aren't summons, they are actually getting spawned by them. However, they are temporary summons because such hastily spawned gazers, they aren't fit to survive longer than just a couple minutes. They are purely weaponized babies, and if you think about it, imagine birthing an infant instantly just to gain a slight edge while fighting someone knowing that it will die very soon, even though it is capable of thinking and basic thoughts. That's what beholders do to their own, well, kin, you could say. So they wouldn't have any problem with just, you know, we have access to all these dead bodies. We might not need them, but let's gather them anyway, because they are a commodity that we can have. We truly do not know what the bonelords are after all. They are not a dominant race, they have been, at least they say that they have been betrayed by the gods in some way. They're clearly just hiding away in hard to reach places such as Hellgate, Helheim, deep underground, trying to gather power. Alright, so I got your book link. Let me send the link right here. Hopefully you guys can see the link. And I am going to read the book myself right now. Hopefully nothing kills me as I do. The Larrokhon. The Larrokhon are entities made up entirely of wind and of heat. They appear to be nothing but mere blurs in the sand, and those who are unfortunate enough to see them believe their eyes just played tricks on them. But then the Larrokhon are rarely even seen by mortals since they shun the daylight. They prefer those twilight moments when there is still some warmth left from a scorching day, although night has already clearly fallen. This is the time where the Larrokhons move from their secret hideouts to prey on unwary dreamers that are haunted by nightmares. Their sense of smelling fear is infallible, and once they have found their prey, a mere crack in the wall is large enough for them to enter. Once they are close to their victims, they feast on their innermost fears, evoking images of horror and despair that are so terrible that they often cause the dreamer's death. So take this word of warning, traveler, beware the nights that are hot and windless, for a mere breeze of hot air may cause your demise. Alright, so that's the book. However, I do not see how it would be in any way connected. Imad is asking for an Iron Man RP version. Do you mean Royal Paladin or roleplay in this case? Because, well, basically this character is a Royal Paladin, though I'm not exactly a very by the rules Royal Paladin, as I don't use any distance weapons. In any case, if you care to specify, Royal Paladin or roleplay. Alright, Paladin. Well, quite frankly, I'm not sure if I am ever going to do a Royal Paladin playthrough. When it comes to Iron Man challenges, the greatest, the most fun you ever get is from unlocking items. And when it comes to item progression, knights, or basically melee fighters, have by far the greatest progression. The most options, the most items, the most upgrades. So, well, I'm not saying no straight away, but a Royal Paladin is something I am not considering at the moment, I'm afraid. Right. Bonelords stuck in dreams. True. We have the example of the Black Knight, right? He got trapped underneath a villa, and then as he was trying to dig his way out from the swamp, he got influenced in his dreams by a bunch of bonelords, which ultimately made him mad and join their cause. Even though its entrance is located in an area accessible to free accounts, Only premium players can enter the temple. What kind of temple are you trying to enter, Gene? Right, let's eat the fish while we are still able to. Alright, how is our progress looking? I think we've been doing pretty good. We are already at 200 Hydromancers. It's going to take a while. We probably won't be finished today. But we can definitely get to like, what, 500 Hydromancers today, hopefully. So yeah, if you guys are interested in me simply walking in circles over here, then by all means you're welcome. Because that is what's going to happen. Forbidden Temple? Where is the Forbidden Temple? But yes, there's a ton of places in free account areas where you simply aren't allowed to enter. Which is kind of underhanded in my opinion. Most of those are still just undoable or not very useful for free account players. Anyway, has Cipsoft said anything about summer update yet? They still have some time, but is there anything we might want to look out for? I haven't been on the news page of Tibia.com for a couple of months, so I can't really say. Oh, in Carlin. You mean that one in the building next to the fanfare quest, right? Those vile grandmasters and stuff that are there. That would have been an amazing place for free account players, to be honest. Well, I have already been in the Fomorgar mines with this character, though I didn't venture too deep, because, yeah, if you venture too deep there's going to be demons. Demons are the next goal for this character, however, not yet. He's not ready quite yet to kill the demons. But yes, I am going to be venturing into the Fomorgar mines at some point. And when it comes to upper levels of the Fomorgar mines, I might be going there sooner than later, mainly for Bestiary entries. I am done with novice cults, but there's still cult acolytes which I have to do, which I might do quite soon since I'm going to be hard pressed to find new creatures for my Bestiary. Now I wonder how much money I'm wasting. We are definitely not in the green. I should probably change the value of shrimp to be lower. I really want to measure that, but yeah, I'd rather keep monitoring the shrimp to know when I need to loot the bodies. True. I really like the sprite of Cranial Basher. It's such a simple weapon, it's just... Wait, did I just stumbled upon additional Predator Scouts, by the way. I went up a little bit too soon and there's 2 more. I don't think I've been killing them before. So we need to make note of that and make sure to visit them as well. Hey, thank you, SPK. I have been told that many times before, but it's always neat whenever someone appreciates it. Right, let's see, 25 more hours of stamina. We are probably going to go for like 2 more hours today. Not really sure yet, but still. We might end up with like 23. Tomorrow I will still be playing quite a lot. But I don't think we will ever be hitting the 15 threshold. Not sure if you know, but when you hit 15 hours of stamina or less, then you only get half the experience from enemies, as well as you don't get any loot, which we definitely want to avoid. I have to say, once you start playing like seriously, then there is no way you can keep your stamina in the green. Like, surely in everyday life, when you have a job and stuff like that, then you definitely cannot play too much. At least I weren't able to, but now that I'm on vacation, I'm trying to put some more work into this account, and playing on just one character simply isn't possible. You've got to take mandatory breaks every single time. There's one more thing that I have been wondering about. Does anybody know how... Wrong button. Wrong button again. There we go. How Adrenaline Burst Charm works? When you get hit, right, you get a boost to speed for 10 seconds. However, when that boost is applied, does it count like you casting a haste spell? In other words, will it remove your paralysis if you are paralyzed, or does it just apply the speed boost but keep the paralysis on? That's what I've been wondering, because if it just boosts you, then of course it's of no use, but if it removes paralysis, then this is all we actually need, right? I only want clans to be able to remove paralysis, and it is also way cheaper, by 200 charm points in fact. Yes, which means in this case, does it cleanse your paralysis? I mean, I might want to stick to cleanse anyway, since there's more debuffs that I might want to have cleansed later on. But on the other hand, having access to... I mean, getting Adrenaline Rush, it only costs 500 charm points, which means I would be able to buy another charm for like 500. Alright, so it only makes you faster, but... Right, in this case it's of no use to us. We quite definitely need that paralysis gone. No matter then. Because I have calculated that in Svargrounded you can possibly get around 1100 charm points. My plan for swords, right. So when I was playing Ironclad, my plan was to... wait, what was it? So first I got the broadsword, right? That was probably overly excessive, like I could have easily gotten some other sword. Probably better than the broadsword, but I kind of realized, I kind of saw that, you know, Alavar's Vault. I remembered going for that quest when I was still a noob and decided, yep, I want to do it again. So I went for the broadsword. After that, with the broadsword, I was able to get the two-handed sword, which has 30 attack. Right, and then I realized that with a weapon that has 30 base attack, it would be quite difficult to defeat a giant spider, which I had to kill if I wanted to get the bright sword. In which case, I did some research and saw that you can get a crystal sword pretty often actually. It's got a good drop rate. I realized that I could get a crystal sword from Elf Overseers. So that's a 35 attack. That would have been way more than enough to fight a giant spider. But at this point, there were too many charm hunters. I wasn't able to get even a single Elf Overseer kill, so I gave up on that and switched to Axes at this point. But had I gotten the crystal sword, I would have then gone for the bright sword, obviously, and the bright sword is more than good enough for you to finish Queen of Banshees. In fact, there is a guy on YouTube, he has a video, and the video is about him completing the Queen of Banshees quest pretty much the same level as he gets, what's it called? The same level as you become eligible to enter the room, which is like 60, I think. I can't remember exactly. But yes, that is... It is basically possible to finish the quest. Now, if you, like myself, want to be able to clear the quest areas, however, that's where the problems begin. Because the guy in the video, he doesn't clear the quest areas, he just rushes through them, avoids enemies, stuff like that. Oh, that's a level 5 Quara Pincher right there. Right, so when I decided that I wanted to clear all the quest areas before I access the reward, I decided that I would probably have to... That was 14 dust. I would probably have to hunt Dragon Lords until I got the Dragon Slayer. Now, Dragon Slayer is a pretty rare drop from Dragon Lords, so that was going to be a very, very long hunt. But with the Dragon Slayer, Queen of Banshees should be pretty possible. And I have already shown that Dragon Lords with Bright Sword are doable. Maybe not the best, not the easiest, but definitely doable. So, the progression was going to be Two-Handed Sword, Crystal Sword, Bright Sword, Dragon Slayer, and then Giant Sword. Now, back then, when I decided that progression, I wasn't yet aware of one more factor. BB Blood buff, right? She has a chance of dropping a Giant Sword, and she is way easier than Queen of Banshees. So, I would have probably learned that eventually. But BB Blood buff is pretty easy to kill with a Bright Sword. In fact, my first kills of her were using a Bright Sword. So, yeah, I was fresh out of the quest. I think I completed the Bright Sword quest pretty much at the same level as I was able to enter that area. So the most efficient progression would be to get Brightsword and then just continue killing BB Bloodbath until you get the Giant Sword. And the Giant Sword is your number one. There's no weapon better than that. Where are the dogs gone to when I am mounted? Well, as you can see, there's a dog sitting on my shoulder right now. So I only have one dog with me right now because when I get mounted with both the dogs on me, as you can see, it looks kind of silly, right? You can barely see my character through all the dogs. So I only keep one dog on so that my face is visible when I walk to the side. But the dog is sitting on my shoulder currently. That's what happens. Oh, by the way, we have a full inventory, so I'm going to just quickly slay these guys. And we can go and refill. Now then. I should probably just bring another backpack with me, quite honestly. Right. The way back home is pretty long, but we can also go ahead and skip some of that by talking to Battle, which we are definitely going to do, and we are also going to visit Helheim real quick, kill the skeletons, like we have planned before. Alright, there is also Wyvern Fang, I forgot about that. You can quite easily get Wyvern Fang with a two-handed sword. I was sort of afraid of that, but it's possible, especially if you have good skills. So it's, at this point, either Wyvern Fang or the Crystal Sword, whichever you are able to get easier. On your server, quite honestly, Elf Overseers might not be as popular, so you might be able to get them. You know, Elf Overseers appear only once, they do not respawn after Shadowthorn has been extinguished. And they drop the Crystal Sword like once in 3 kills. It's incredibly common, so it will take you up to a couple of days. On Sakura there is a ton of Charm Hunters, but on your server it might be easier to get. Wait, you are? So if you're playing your knight on Sakura, why aren't you in the guild? Can you explain that to me? And also, you might just be a little bit more patient than me, because I pretty much gave up after a single try. But I'm quite sure if you try it a couple times, you would eventually get it. And the Crystal Sword is a pretty good weapon, like I said, 35 attack. It's only 1 worse than a Bright Sword. You applied. Alright, let's see. I'm going to log in now, while, of course, still hunting the skeletons. And I'm going to get you accepted straight away. Here's a skeleton. Community guilds. Right, there should be 1 or 2 more skeletons up north. There we go, 2 of them actually. Okay, we hit the 400 skeletons threshold. Not sure if we are going to benefit from killing them, but like I said, just in case. And let's get back to Svargrounded and we can unload our stuff. While I also accept Jean into our guild. Okay, guild applications. Yeah, I can see you, so I'm not sure if you have applied correctly. If you give me your in-game nickname, then I can just straight up invite you. Alright, let's refill real quick without any further ado, so that people not interested in the guild stuff can have something to look at. There we go, even more shrimp. That's going to be useful later. I'm going to need a lot of light food to hunt the Ghastly Dragon. Well, that's really weird then. Yep. Now I got you. So if you relog, you should be in the guild. Okay. We need potions, that's right. And I probably don't need all that cheese. We were getting way enough fish. I hope we won't regret this later. I was quite sure that you were in some other server, by the way. Which is why I didn't question why you're not in the guild yet. Alright. That should be everything we need. The magic light wand is going to be still good for 40 more minutes. Let's just eat up real quick. And let's get back to it. Actually, let's turn off the wand while we are still in a city. And why did we walk back just now? Hey, thank you for joining us, Imad. I'll see you around. Alright, so now you're in the guild, Jean. Hey, yes. I'm quite happy with my vacation as well. Alright, so really quickly a round around Helheim again. Yes, it was quite smart to reserve my 2 weeks off in April. At first I did it like as a meme, as a joke, because I really didn't expect the Ghastly Dragon hunt to take more than a couple days, seeing how the drops are so common. But yes, I assumed it would be easy to get to and singular rather than surrounded by frost dragons. But I was mistaken, so I'm quite glad that I can dedicate so much time to actually getting to it. Because not gonna lie, if I had to wait another year without even having a go at the Ghastly Dragon, I might have just as well entirely skipped him. Barbarian camp, please. Because when it comes to the Ghastly Dragon, what can he really offer? Slightly better boots, slightly better legs, slightly better helmet. I mean, not that slightly. It's quite way better. Excuse me. Right, because it's mostly same armor stuff, save for the boots. The boots are one armor better. But all these items together, from the Ghastly Dragon, the Zone Helmet, Guardian Boots and Zone Legs, they are going to give us like, what, 11% resistance to melee damage? That's like, well, 10 more armor points, if not more, against melee. Quite a large number that I am definitely not going to say no to, if we can get it. So yes, this month we either get some of the items or we don't. But if we don't, then I'm not going to be that sad about it. Overseers have 5% chance of dropping the sword. That can be right. Let me see. Elf Overseer. Loot statistics. Let's see. Yeah, 5%. But there's 3 Elf Overseers, and 5% means it's about 1 in 20 kills. It's actually over 5%. Should be like 1 in 18. So yeah, the chances are quite high. While you work on other stuff, you could just log out in the Overseer area just a couple times. Try to get lucky. I mean, it's all up to you. If you can get the Wyvern Fang, then Elf Overseers are quite skippable. It's just going to take you a little bit more supplies to defeat the giant spider, but they are killable with a Wyvern Fang. Or even a two-handed sword, if you're so inclined. Still, a nice item to have. I quite seriously regret skipping it. But then again, I was going to go for the best stuff, so switching to axes was the natural choice. The Elf Overseers being kind of shifty was just one of the many causes of me switching back then. Right, but still, like I said at the beginning of the stream, this character is going to slowly but surely head towards the end of his journey. All I need to do is see this chill forest through. Whether I get the items or not doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I would love to get them, but as long as I can at least attempt, give it a fair go, and whether it works or not, we'll see. As long as I can say that I have no regrets and that I tried everything to get them, I'm going to be quite content. But if I can get those items from the Ghastly Dragon, then all that will be left is a demon hunt. Pretty much. And of course, finishing up the quests, but those are also related to a demon hunt, so that's that. A Warlord Arena, which, yeah, it's probably going to be way easier if I am able to get the Ghastly Dragon items. And also with all the knowledge that I gained while hunting for the Ghastly Dragon preparation, it's going to be quite trivial. Like, everything I needed was a couple of additional resistance items, which I thought I didn't have access to, but turns out I can get dragon necklaces, I can get stone skin amulets, It's going to take a while to prepare, to gather all those items in sufficient amounts, but I could probably do the Blessed Scepter right now, if not for the fact that I don't want to waste any time prepping for it. Well, I was thinking about the deserts, but just today I was able to decide on what I'm going to do next, and yes, hopefully you guys like it. It's going to be something slightly different than I usually do. It is going to be region locked again. However, it's also not going to be a start from absolute zero. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything else, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to try to put some even more work into it creative-wise, so instead of just spamming the challenge, doing the sort of a diary format that I usually do, I'd like to add a little bit of roleplay and story into the mix. I was thinking about the deserts, but yeah. When I try to decide on a new challenge, of course, I first check my options, see what kind of items I can get. But the most important part for me is to see whether I can buy a cool outfit in the store that is going to match the challenge. And I do not really like any of the desert-themed outfits, I'm afraid. Yes, so it's going to be a region lock again. It's going to be an interesting game mode. It's not going to be just a regular vocation. Something, well, maybe not as restrictive as a melee paladin, that's for sure. Something slightly more viable. And it is going to be a long one as well. At least I hope it turns out to be a long one. Like I said, I will be starting with a little bit of a... Well, I will have a slight head start. I'm not going to be starting from an absolute zero, but still, it will be oriented about getting items. Oh, that reminds me, yeah, the Fairist character, it still exists. Well, once Chill Forest is done, I am probably going to go back to streaming on the Fairist character. I would like to see that challenge through as well. But right now I cannot really afford to focus on anything else than Barbarian because, yeah, I'm kind of limited by time. It's just not just about making it by the end of the month, it's more about making it by the end of the next week, because my vacation ends and I won't be able to put as much work into TBA anymore. Well, can't really say work since it's mostly fun, so I can't put any more fun into it. Yeah, that's the right way to describe it. Yeah, you heard deserts, but it was me saying that it won't be deserts this time. I thought about the deserts, and they are indeed quite interesting with quite a lot of rare items and stuff, but ultimately I decided against deserts. It's going to be one of the older areas though. It's going to slightly contradict something I said before, but hopefully nobody minds. Like I said, I finally decided on the idea today and I got pretty hyped myself, but I don't want to spoil anything. and I think it will come as a slight surprise, but still, I doubt I can even get started until I have finished this challenge, and this one is going to last us a couple more months. Which is a shame, quite honestly. Because it will be 2, maybe 3 videos. There's going to be one more video that's going to recap the entire Chulfroest saga, that's for sure. Then the next video, which is probably going to be Warlord Arena plus Demon Hunt. Depending on whether I can finish the Demon Hunt or not. I might just, include some of the demon kills and call it a video after I am done with the arena. And then one last, finishing all the quests, killing Yakchol. And basically recapping everything that happened. All the items I got, etc. By the way, if you guys are interested in some other challenges, in my Discord there are guys doing their own challenges. Recently we got 2 guys. One of them started a night that is locked to Yalahar region only. And we also get a friend who's doing a paladin that is only restricted to Port Hope areas, so the jungle basically. I don't think they're making videos on those, but yeah, if you want to join the Discord, you can definitely ask them about their progress, see their screenshots. If that's something you'd like to see, then you're definitely welcome to check out my Discord channel. No, I haven't been doing any Lost Souls recently. I have been hunting them yesterday, as I have been finishing up my Elder Beholder Bestiary, which I have finished indeed. Let me show you real quickly. Are they undead? I don't know. Let me just type Elder, there we go. All 1k kills. I finally got the bonelords helmet as well. Quite happy about that. But yeah, the Elder Beholder. So I am done with the Elder Beholders, and I have been killing Lost Souls while doing that challenge, but I only got 1 more death ring so far. I mean, that's quite a lot considering I haven't really killed that many Lost Souls / Betrayed Wraiths. Hey Rugard Fan, welcome to the stream. That's great to see you. Glad you could make it this time. Alright, Jean mentioning the Beggar Challenge, so it's a single arc and it's probably buried deep within our Discord. I should have probably created a thread of it or something, so that it doesn't disappear forever, but some of our boys have started a reverse Ironman challenge, you could say. Basically, you are only allowed to use items given to you by other players. Obviously, it's more of a joke challenge than anything serious, but yes, they've been standing around cities asking players for help. The challenge is to maximize your profit. You want to be able to obtain as many items and gold from other players as you can before they stop giving you items and recognize you as a high-profile beggar. Well, I can definitely say that I am having a lot of fun playing this game. And having you guys watch me and give me your support, it means a lot as well. I don't think I'd be having as much fun as I am without knowing that there's people interested in seeing me succeed. So yeah, it's hard to describe how much fun exactly I'm having, and I cannot really compare it to how much fun you guys are having by basically watching me do it. But on my part, yes, I am definitely quite fulfilled. Wow. So I forgot to bring another backpack like I said I would. And I am also quite struggling with capacity right now. I guess I'll get rid of those empty potion flasks once more. They aren't worth as much as gold is, I don't think. Yeah, so it's going quite slow, at least the Quaras predators are quite slowly progressing. But Hydromancers are looking pretty good. We are already 26 up. Let's see, what's our EXP? We are actually going 130k EXP per hour. If we had our stamina bonus, it would have been even better, but I don't think we will see green stamina on this character for quite a while now. Daily respawn only, right? Skogul the Looter. Here's the thing about Skogul the Looter. I was able to finish that challenge. I have obtained the final item that I was looking for. However, I then got premium account to get started on Skogul the Barbarian. So I decided to get one more item. That can be, yeah, a pretty huge upgrade, sort of a... Yeah, I just found it fit to get that item as well. And when getting that item, I got it in my inventory. And I curse myself to this day. Because there's two things that went wrong. First of all, I did not equip the item. And second of all, I wasn't able to find my way outside. I won't explain the exact circumstances, not to spoil anything, but I wasn't able to get outside and I died, because I eventually ran out of supplies. Yeah, I couldn't find the rope hole, it was covered with fire fields. That probably gives out way too much information, but there you have it. So Skogul the Looter died. And here's the thing, despite not having any blessings, he did not lose any of his items, save for the backpack. So, the final item that I got was in the backpack. Had I equipped the item, I would have had it and the challenge would have been finished. But here's the final nail in the coffin. I did not record it. I pressed the record button, but for whatever reason, I have no idea what exactly happened, but I was recording the other screen. Like, some weird bug must have happened with OBS, but the entire recording is just a black screen. You can see nothing of all the things that I did there. So I have to repeat the final step once again. I was level 60, you need level 60 to obtain that final item. I got reduced to 58. I recently got back to 59. But I am waiting for some sort of double EXP weekend to finish that challenge once and for all. Right, so he's almost done. And he has been almost done for a couple of months, because quite frankly I am so mad at myself I cannot look at Looter. Right now, at least. But he is definitely there. I am going to finish him soon-ish. Like I said, I was seriously hoping that the Ghastly Dragon would take me just a couple of days, and that I could focus on other stuff on this challenge. I was hoping I'd get all the items, scout ahead how to hunt the demons, finish the looter, maybe start some new content on the channel that isn't strictly Tibia related, but here we are right now. But I remember about Luther and I am going to finish him at some point. Luther was free account only, but since I have finished him, which you haven't seen on the video, because I decided to make the video longer, including the part that where I get premium and get one more item, Luther is a hybrid. I mean, he has so limited access, such a limited access to money. It doesn't really matter if he is free account or premium account. I won't be using any spells, and his challenge is over pretty much around level 60, because there's no more better items he can get, and they are by no means terrible items. I could probably get easily to like 100 with him, but there's no point, because there's no better unlocks for him other than that. So yes, Luther is a hybrid. He was at first a free account only, mainly because I was still working on Ironclad back then. But since Ironclad is done, Luther is also going to include some premium stuff. Yes, though I am not sure how far I can push roleplay. Like, I do role-playing games myself, and I don't have a problem with role-playing. But I do have a problem with role-playing in Tibia. Like, how do I make it role-play while not being too cheesy? Tibia is a weird tool when it comes to role-playing. I can't confidently say that I can make it make sense. So, I will see. It might just be like, you know, regular format, but with a slightly more fleshed out flavor text. Like, you know, a couple of lines from the perspective of the character every now and then. Something like that. It's still in the works, but yeah. I still got time to think about it, thankfully. True. The moment you start considering your own meta-knowledge and stop thinking about what your character would do, the moment you assume your character knows everything and would always choose the best option, your roleplay is going to get quite difficult. We are quite hungry, so I should probably take care too. Look in the chat slightly more attentively. See if we drop any fish. There's the hydromancers. Quite frankly, I don't remember there being so many in here. I'm quite sure that I have seen this place before, and I only remember seeing like 2 of them. And here we have like, what, 4? There's 2 over here, there's 1 more to the south, right? In a moment we'll see one, and there's 1 more in this little corridor over there. So maybe this place is also tied to some sort of a world change that isn't announced in any way. Or maybe I'm just tripping. In any case, yeah, I'll have to do some research on that. Since I'll be working on the Bestiary for the next couple days in here, I suppose. Yes, but I like this place quite a lot. We are nearing 140k EXP per hour. We are working on 3 positions at the same time. That's probably the most optimal thing that we have done so far in this grind, on our quest to finish off the Ghastly Dragons. By the way, I'm not sure if you have seen, and you probably have not, since there were like only 2 people waiting for the stream when it began, but we got a new starting soon banner for our channel. Thanks to Antarctic Puppy, oh my god, I can't speak. Antarctic Puppy, yeah. Our one and only pup, the same guy who helped me out with our Rookguard speedrunning record. He was able to animate my original Skogul the Ironclad cover art. You know, the one where he holds a spear and has his leg on a dead dragon. So he was able to animate the spear for me so that it rotates and hits the dragon repeatedly. So, yeah, if you'd like, when the stream is over, you can go to the very beginning really quickly. And you can... yeah, you can see this amazing art that we were able to do together. Not really amazing, but yeah, just saying. We finally have something better than that old stock image that I have also accidentally deleted recently. So there wasn't even a starting soon banner in the last 2 streams. But I'm glad to being back to fake semi-professionalism. Let's see, did we get anything else in our Exaltation Forge? I don't think we did. Here's the thing, I never seem to notice when enemies are carrying dust. Like, very rarely do I realize that I got any dust, especially when just chain hunting in places for longer periods of time. Skogul the Necromancer, so you mean like summons only? And summons probably only limited to undead creatures like demon skeletons and skeletons. Crypt Shamblers maybe. Well, that would be fun. But yeah, I think the Ward Weaver is the only exception to my rule of I do not like playing mages, and I am going to stick to that rule. At least for now. I do find the idea of hunting enemies with your summons quite appealing. I'm not going to lie. But the best summoning spell has already been removed from the game. Not sure if you remember the Undead Legion, I think it was called. You know, the spell for druids that allows you to turn all the dead bodies without a limit into skeleton summons in a range. Yeah, I already said it a couple of times. The reason why I do not like playing, I mean the idea of playing an Iron Man Paladin is there aren't that many weapon upgrades. Whenever I get a better weapon, it's always an achievement. Even if you get them like, you know, easily one after another from many different enemies, like I did with Ironclad, right? It was like double axe into halberd into heavy trident within like a week. And all those upgrades were quite meaningful. And when you play a paladin, you get spears, then hunting spears, then royal spears, then enchanted spears, all of which you have to get in bulk from shops or just mana sit and make like you make runes in case of enchanted spears. There aren't that many bows, especially when you consider I'll be doing a region locked challenge. Where can you get a bow? From dire mauls, from worms. Same goes for crossbows. They are usually rewards from quests of quite high level. Originally, paladins only had the regular bow and like what, 3 different kinds of arrows, as well as only 1 crossbow and 2 types of bolts. Or was it 3? In any case, not that many choices, right? Paladins were mostly based on their skills. Nowadays there are more weapons for paladins, but they have been added, after Tibia has entered this new era of being less RPG, being more MMO. That's what I call it. Every single arrow update you get from the shop. And weapon upgrades for paladins are few and far in between. Which is why I don't really think I'd find playing a paladin like this very fun. That is why I am always swaying towards playing melee vocations. Simply because there's that much more options when you have melee weapons on. And I feel like it's a little bit more honest than any other kind of playstyle, because when it comes to paladins and mages, you can get away with quite a lot by just casting firewalls or energy walls or bombs and just running around shooting your enemies who cannot reach you because the fire fields and basically hazard fields mechanics are pretty broken in this game. When you're a knight or a melee character whatsoever, your victories are a little bit more, like I said, honest. I feel like they feel more earned, because you have to stand in front of your enemy, let him slap you, you slap him in return, and if you're able to out-heal yourself while also out-slapping your enemy, then you have achieved victory. And obviously I have used some nasty tricks before. For example, when fighting the Black Knight, right? There wasn't that much slapping, there was quite a lot of running. But still, it still feels much more earned. In that sense. Yeah, so I always prefer to just traditionally trade blows with your enemies, rather than just abuse game mechanics. You can observe that pretty well with my favorite character, right? Skogul the World Weaver. If we get hit, we die. That's all there is to it. We have to abuse the AI, dance around the protection zone, do weird tricks and stuff just to stay alive. And obviously we are making good progress. But I wouldn't want to do that for anything longer than a short challenge that Fairy's character is going to be. The most fun I had with the Fairy's character was when I was thinking about how I'm going to do it. Once we have finally gotten to doing it, once we have crossed this threshold of, yeah, we can hunt day and night now, it stopped being so appealing to me. I am going to finish it though, don't worry. There is still some challenges to be done in there. Right, so the Quaras decided to stop dropping any fish for us. That's quite unfortunate because we only have 7 more minutes of food. But we are getting way more shrimp than before. The last time I seriously hunted Quaras was around level 60, I think. I think I had to go from 60 to 70, because at level 70 you get Holy Flash, and I wanted to have Holy Flash before I went hunting the Frost Dragons. It didn't come in handy as much as I thought it would, but still, I felt nice using it against them. And like I said in the video, I was also collecting shrimp back then. But yes, apparently I haven't killed that many. It's just only visible in these statistics over here. Well, I'd rather not eat shrimp, mainly because it's one of the best foods I have. Their weight to food ratio is pretty decent. So it's probably going to be my go-to food when I am hunting the Ghastly Dragon. It's not the best because I think the green mushrooms are the best, though. Don't quote me on it. I didn't check in quite a while, so I might have forgotten what exactly it was. But yes, I think the shrimp are the second best, and the best were the green mushrooms. So the green mushrooms I'm going to be using for either demons later on or the warlord arena. And the shrimp are going to be good enough against the Ghastly Dragon, since I don't expect to be able to do long trips in there. I don't think I have any way of obtaining a brown mushroom. I cannot buy any, that is for sure. Svargrounded shops are pretty much the same as the ones in Thais and other free account places. So I have only access to the shittier runes as well as shittier food. Yep, that's pretty good EXP. So I was kind of excited today when I saw the boosted creature for the day, because it was a Quara Pincher, but then I remembered that I actually hunt Quara Pincher scouts. It's really weird that they decided to basically create 2 sets of creatures of same appearance and same loot tables, but some are weaker scouts and some are not. Well, the scouts for whatever reason can exit water, right? You only see them in those drained areas, which makes sense, I guess. They're simply same creatures but outside of the water, which makes them slightly weaker. I'm just speculating right now, I'm not exactly an expert on Quaras. Alright, so we still have a lot of potions on us. But our equipment is full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the city, refill, but this time I am going to bring one more backpack with us. For the extra gold. For now, let's go. Back to battle. We need to remember to visit Helheim as well. We need some more kills on that skeleton over here. What else can we kill? Because, like I said before, a skeleton is only going to give us 15 points. So we would either need to score another 15 pointer to make it really count, or 2 5 pointers. For 5 pointers there is a chicken, that's still 50 kills, but I might be able to finish them. Well, it's going to be a hassle, so probably not. Yeah, so I'd need a 15 pointer. And I think that one would be maybe the bandits. Yeah, they are worth 15 points and I have good progress on them. If I make full rounds around Tirsang, I might be able to do some decent time on them. Or there could be Pirate Marauders. They're also a 15 pointer, but there's considerably less of them. So it's probably going to be the bandits. Oh, clubs for night, huh? Well, here's the thing about clubs. Warhammer. And that's it. All you have to do is get the Warhammer. It either drops from Toads, or if you want to be fancy, spoilers alert, there is a daily spawn for them. You can get a Warhammer just laying on the floor somewhere. And when it comes to one-handed options, well, I remember I did the research on them, but the fact that Warhammer exists makes every single one-handed option equally irrelevant. There is one upgrade to Warhammer, potentially. From Lost Bashers you can drop an Iron Fist, or rather a pair of Iron Fists. They have the same attack as a Warhammer. They have better defense than a Warhammer. Warhammer has very low defense, but you cannot imbue them, while Warhammer has 3 slots for imbuement, so you might not want to use the Iron Fists after all. But purely stats wise, yes, Iron Fists are better than the Warhammer. Yes, Warhammer is 50, I think it's 50 or 60, I can't really remember. But still, it doesn't matter. Warhammer is the top, and it's also only 45 attack, while axes have a 47, swords have a 46. Every single option is better. Yeah, Battle Hammer, Morning Star. You can also get the Iron Hammer somewhere, and there's the Giant Smith Hammer. Pretty good single-handed options, but then again you just get the Warhammer early on. And equipping it, I think around level 40 even, is viable already. Oh yeah, clerical mace is probably problematic. Wait, why did I put my shards over here? They should go to slot number 3. There we go. Actually, how many shards do I have? Let's see. Look at those beautiful items. 100 of these, 100 of these. So many black pearls. 46 demonic essences. That's pretty good. So many of those. 37 and 37 shards in total. That's not bad. Alright, let's deposit all of this stuff. I can't wait to sell all of these creature products. For now, I am hoarding them since I still have gold, but I am going to start gradually selling them off. I can't wait how much gold in total I'm going to get from all of those. When it comes to killing geomancers, there's a couple of places where you could try. There's one on top of the triangle tower. Though to get to it, you need to fight through some demon skeletons, which aren't easy, and it is accompanied by a witch and a monk. There's also a small cave with 2 or 3 dwarf guards, I can't remember how many exactly. 2 or 3 in any case, and there is a single dwarf geomancer. And in that place, yeah, it's in the undead Mount Sternum area. There's also a small quest in there, with like a dwarven ring or something, can't really remember. Fur backpack, yes please. Sweet. Are there any more easy dwarf geomancers? I don't think so. There's obviously a ton of them in the dwarf hell, but you probably don't want to go to dwarf hell just for a clerical mace. Alright, let's buy the potions. I still have some in the depot, but let's just take these ones for now. I keep mistaking those 2 chests. Like, I did a small mistake, because when I was playing, I usually placed valuables and creature products in the second chest, and in the third I would place food. This time around I switched it. There's food in the second and creature products and valuables in the third, but I cannot use to that, so I keep mistaking one for the other. Alright, how are we looking over here? Only 19 still. What am I even searching for? Right, wisps. That's another thing that I was thinking about. It's worth 5 points. If I did wisps and chickens, then it would be 10, and then I can do like a 15 pointer as well, or 25. Wait, passage, but to Helheim, yes please. Yeah, because I'm slowly running out of options when it comes to things I can kill. When I am done with the Quaras, I'm going to have 625 points. That leaves me with 75 points to get, right? Am I calculating this right? Yeah. The Quaras are going to be 75 in total, so I am going to need 75 more, which is 3 positions. If I finish the skeletons and do the bandits, that's going to be 1. And then it is 2 more. Which ones they are going to be, I honestly have no idea. I might do Adepts of the Cult, since they seem to be quite popular. There's quite a lot of them in any case. What else? There's also the crystal spiders, which I have been putting off for later. Oh, there's the wyverns. I definitely want to do the wyverns. There's a nice spot in Chill Forest open right now, I think. That might be best for them. Though I will probably start with crystal spiders, since if I go to Formorga or Glacier top, there's wyverns plus crystal spider spawns, which is going to be 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh yes, I am aware about the stash. Or rather, I know of its existence, but I never have actually used it. And I kind of enjoy just placing all those items manually, so I will continue to do so. Alright, Lancer Beetles. They are also in the Formorga Glacier, right? I mean, in the Chill Forest, of course. Giant spiders might be a little bit tough. Like, I haven't been there, but I assume it is similar to whatever you have in... what's that place called? I assume it is similar to Kralos Cave, with giant spiders, brimstone bugs, and wailing widows. And that place is a little bit tough. I think I hunted them there with my knight on a high level, like 110 with imbuements, and yeah. I was able to make it, but it wasn't a chill hunt. And I'd rather not risk anything, because every single level is very, very valuable to me right now. But yeah, I should probably look into hunting something in Chill Forest, while I still can. Oh yeah, I seriously hoped I would get to see a Yeti, but sadly not. There's no way I can check that place often enough. I can't even have a character logged out in there, because it's one of those temporary areas that you get the message you cannot log out in here when you try to. So make of that what you will. Alright, I'll kill you all. Just stop pestering me. Thank you very much. I'll just collect your meat if you have any. Oh. A fairy club. How much are they even worth? 1,000. I don't care. Someone else can have it. 1,000 is loose change compared to the fortune that I have waiting for me in my depot. Yeah, a Yeti worth 50 points, that would be the dream. But still, I am getting there. I do not need the Yeti to finish the challenge. Once I do the Quaras, I'll be so close. It's... yes, you would be. Like, you can still force a logout in Chill Forest. I have done that with a alternate character. You just have to stand around in there for long enough that the game logs you out for no changes in your behavior, right? So logging out in there is possible. But you can't do it voluntarily, and having to wait like 10 minutes every single time I check for the Yetis. If you consider that players are walking past the place where they respawn very often, pretty much all the time. Yeah, I just don't think we have any chances of getting the Yeti Bestiary on this character. I'd love to, but I have to be a realist and focus on things I can actually achieve. Especially since we are already this close. Yeah, this place is great. Oh, pirate skeletons. But I don't think there's that many in there, right? I think it's just a couple in a remote part of the cave. Like I said, I only need to come up with 75 more points, or actually 50, since skeletons and probably bandits. We're going to be fine. We will probably be finished with the Bestiary Monday or Tuesday, and that leaves us with like 4 days to assess our chances against the Ghastly Dragon. As you can see, I still have 25 wildcards. By Tuesday I should probably have 28. That's 5 to roll for Ghastly Dragon, maybe a couple more to get the maximum defense spray. Yeah, I'll be fighting the Ghastly Dragon with a 30% resistance to all damage it does. I think I'm going to be fine. There's going to be the 30% resistance to all damage. It's also going to be all the death damage it does, at least, is going to be reduced by my imbuements, which are going to be 4% damage resistance. And I'm also going to be wearing garlic necklaces, of which I have a bunch already, thanks to me hunting all those novices of the cult while there was the double loot event active. Garlic necklace is like 20% off a hit that can hit up to 200, so that's 20 damage. Well, I'm not that worried about the Ghastly Dragon itself, mostly about the trip there. And of course, getting rushed while hunting the guy. I will probably have to nervously recast the energy walls every now and then. By the way, do Ghastly Dragons walk through energy fields? I think I am looking at the Ghastly Dragon site, I mean Wikipedia page, every single day, and I still cannot remember basic info about them. Shrimp and Wand of Cosmic Energy number 2. I'm going to pull them up real quickly. Ghastly Dragon, there we go. Right, they walk around energy and also fire. They walk around fire, that's interesting. That fire part might prove quite useful to me. I mean Ghastly Dragons and not Frost Dragons. Wikipedia page says they walk around fire and they walk around energy. Is Wikipedia wrong or? I mean, firewalls do not stop frost dragons, and getting rushed by frosties is what I am most worried about. So the strategy is going to be to slowly make my way towards the Ghastly Dragon using energy walls. And then trapping the Ghastly Dragon that I'm going to be fighting with an energy bomb. So that it doesn't move around, so I can just stand diagonally and avoid all sorts of damage from him. I mean, he doesn't have that many waves anyway, so it won't be a huge boost to survivability, but still. If I can, then I will. Plus that little bit of additional damage over time is going to prove quite useful. And then again, my favorite part about the Ghastlies, which I have probably already mentioned so many times before, they do not heal. That's such great news. If they don't heal, then I can easily hunt them. I just have to survive their damage for long enough. And yeah, being able to cleanse their curse, having so much damage reduction against them, I've got nothing to fear. And for now, it's just getting that freaking charm. Quite frankly, I'm starting to feel like I don't need the charm after all, but... Here's the thing though, I cannot have any rust removers. You can only buy the rust removers in Yalahar, and you can drop them from Deeplink Scouts and nothing else, I think. Maybe some golems. Still, I have no way of obtaining these on Svargrounded, so... Yeah, I need to scout out the Chill Forest area a little bit better, because there's this huge cave with like Stampors and giant spiders and lancer beetles and other stuff like that. I need to look into those a little bit closer, since they might just be the monsters that I'll have to kill to finish my Bestiary hunting. I don't really want to finish up crystal spiders because they are annoying to kill for me. They deal a lot of damage and they also have quite high armor and HP. I don't find them that enjoyable. So if I consider that... Why did my Bestiary tracker disappear? There we go. Let's come back. So if I finish the skeletons and bandits, or well, something else. Maybe the pirate skeletons are going to be easier, but let's be real, it's probably going to be bandits, since they are pretty chill. That leaves me with just 2 more creatures, which are going to be one of them wyverns for sure. Wyverns are pretty weak, easy to kill. I've got a ton of warverings as well, so I won't have trouble killing them at all. So it's just one more thing that I can kill somewhere. On Chill Forest or not, doesn't matter. But we have finally gotten close to the end game. And once we are done, once we find out whether we can fight that Ghastly Dragon or not, I would probably have like half a week to do this. And the rates on the Ghastly Dragon are pretty good. That's the best thing about him. You only need to do like 500 kills to get the Xeon helmet. So even if we get unlucky, even if we get like 1000 kills, which I hope won't happen, it's still very much doable. So at that point I'm only worried about us not running out of supplies mid-fight, dying, losing items, stuff like that. Quite frankly, when I go fight him for the first time, I might not even bring my best gear. The Dragon Scale mail is quite valuable, since I have only one of those. Yeah, what is it, Pixel? Yeah. That defensive prey against Ghastlies is going to be huge. I just need to make sure... Yeah, I'm sleeping already. I just need to make sure that it doesn't run out in the middle of a fight. I mean, even if we do not have the defensive prey, I do not believe they can hurt me that much. But I'd rather be on the safe side, especially in the beginning of the hunt, before I get used to them. Sure thing, Jean. I mean, I'll be going probably for 1 more hour, I think, though I'm not sure if my energy is going to last for that long. In any case, enjoy your walk, and I will see you around. About that, I'm not sure if I'm going to go for Frost Dragon Prey bonus. I'm going to need to save as many Prey cards as I can. Hunting the Ghastlies without Prey bonuses is going to be quite difficult. Well, that's the thing. They can hit for 1700 if they are able to fully combo you. And I am going to be using energy walls to keep them at bay, so that already reduces their damage quite significantly. I'm going to be wearing a garlic necklace, which reduces their strongest hit, the smoke wave, that deals like up to 500 damage. I think that's it. So 20% of that is already reduced. They obviously can shoot me with their AoE avalanches and stuff, but still I'm going to play it very safe. I don't know. I don't think they are going to be that much of a problem. Garlic, death rings, it's all going to go into play. Yeah, I considered that as well. I'm going to check how my money situation is looking. I mean, after the double loot event, after I have killed all those mummies, all those winter wolves, and all those mammoths, I probably have a couple millions gold. But I'd rather avoid selling all of that. I still have a lot of other valuables, so that's also something. But the worst case scenario is I run out of supplies while hunting the Ghastly Dragon and I cannot finish the grind. And then I'm going to curse myself for wasting money on the rerolls. But you are right, I might want to save the prey cards. I mean, who knows, I have usually been getting quite lucky with the prey system, so maybe I just so happen to roll a Ghastly Dragon and a Frost Dragon on the very first day. I mean, gold isn't free though. I can sell on the market, but that doesn't mean that I have infinite gold. Farming for gold is still quite difficult on this character. It was way easier in the early game, because I could just, you know, sell some winter wolf first and I was already good to go. But right now, when every trip costs me like... If I bring 500 mana potions with me, that's about 100k. We are looking at an entirely different kind of economy. Yeah, it's 15k to reroll a prey as well. Quite pricey. But yeah, rolling for the Ghastly Dragon, that might not be a bad idea. Though I'm not going to abuse the 4 cash rerolls that much. Just in case. We are trying to prepare for the Ghastly Dragon and not spend our resources. Please don't run away, thank you. The thing that really bugs me about this mount is sometimes, yeah, my name bar is in the way of the character, especially when I am walking straight down, right? You can see that Skogul is completely concealing my face, and you cannot see it, it's just slightly rustling my jimmies. Yes, I had almost 1 million yesterday. And I have spent all that money on potions and stuff. Like I said, I still have a lot of valuables, I haven't been really selling my loot. So a lot of that money is going to return back to me. Like you saw, I have like, what, 50 demonic essences, I think they are like 1k each. And a lot of other stuff of similar value. So I am nowhere close to being broke yet, but still, I am using supplies at a terrifying rate. So I'd rather just be on the safe side and not waste any more than I need to. For the sake of completing the Bestiary faster, I am just spamming those supplies and abusing my AoEs, even though I could probably be a little bit more, or a little bit less wasteful on these hunts. just for the sake of speed. But rolling for prey, hoping to get that one you want, when there's so many creatures in the pool, every single time I want to hunt something new, that's a problem. Always nice to see those. I should probably also start using my life rings. I've got quite a lot. I think I have about one backpack. I mean, I guess that's not that much, but still, I've got many. When hunting the Ghastly Dragon, I will likely be wearing the death rings at first, but once they're out, since I only have 2 so far, who knows, I might be able to get that number up to 3 if I have a free moment, but the plan is probably to switch to life rings eventually during that hunt. They are not a huge edge, but it's always something. I cannot wait to stop speculating and just get to it, but it's just a little bit longer until I am done with that Bestiary. Yeah, I am probably all out of interesting topics. If you guys in the chat want to talk about something, then feel free to shoot, because I am all out. And I guess Jean has pretty much predicted how this stream is going to go. I might be finishing the stream soon. I will probably stay and play a little bit longer off screen, but I'm quite tired, so I'm unable to continue any sort of meaningful discussion. Yeah, I'll probably do just that, so 5 more minutes, just so that we hit the 3-hour mark. And I'll be wrapping things up for today. I'll probably spend some more time hunting these guys, but yeah, I'll be busy on the weekend, which is a good thing. I'll be mana sitting and regenerating my stamina, because it has been getting dangerously low. I have like, what, 8 hours of gameplay left before I discard all of my loot. Oh, just one last question then. David is asking what the charm is going to give me. So, the biggest problem about the Ghastly Dragon hunt are the frost dragons on the way there. When it comes to those frost dragons, there's quite a lot of them. That's the biggest problem. I went there with my level 500-ish knight, and he got instantly surrounded by them. There's so many that even if you heal every single turn, there's no way you can heal the paralysis all the time. So you are going to get surrounded, and I'm afraid my level 100 paladin has no way of surviving a fully boxed in situation with a bunch of frost dragons. So obviously I'm going to do my best to avoid the frost dragons by using energy walls. However, the way that cave is structured, I will still need to go and get past a bunch of them if I want to access the Ghastly Dragon, because the Ghastly Dragons, there are two of them actually, they are quite close to a huge herd of those Frost Dragons. So the way I want this to work is, I slowly and carefully make my way through the Frost Dragons. There's a little bit of a safe spot that leads to a cave, that leads to like behemoths and demons. So I chill in there, I lure a Frost Dragon close to myself, wait for it to cast the Paralyze spell on me, and of course get some more hits so that the Cleanse Charm activates. The way the Cleanse Charm works is it removes one debuff you have on yourself with a certain chance, it's like 10%, when you're attacked by the enemy that the charm is placed on, right? So I slap the charm on Frost Dragons, the Frost Dragon paralyzes me, and every time the Frost Dragon hits me, there's a slight chance that I am going to get cleansed. Once I get cleansed, I not only get this debuff removed, I am also immune to this particular debuff, it being paralyzed, for a period of time. In this case, it's going to be 10 or 11 seconds, at least that's what the players say. So, I have a 10-second window frame to make my way further into the cave. So I quickly cast some more energy walls, I make my way past the dragons without any risk, because there's no way they can paralyze me, so I can pretty much zap past them. I make my way a little bit closer to the Ghastly Dragon. Honestly, in 10 seconds I can probably just make it fully towards the past dragon. Cast a quick cheeky energy wall and be safe. That's the theory, at least. So, it probably is possible to do this with just energy walls if I am careful enough. But I really want to avoid dying, since I have only one blessing on this character, the Heart of the Mountain. So the chances of me losing my equipment are pretty high. And I will also lose a lot of EXP, a lot of skills which I have been working on, a lot of time gone, wherever. So yeah, the Cleanse Charm is going to give me this extra edge, just in case. If I get surrounded, if something bad happens unexpected, I will always have this fallback option, right? Me getting paralyzed by the Frost Dragons is not going to be a death sentence anymore. If there is a chance that I get cleansed and immunized to that paralysis for a moment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides, the way I understand this works, Cleanse Charm removes a debuff, but it doesn't have to be a debuff that an enemy you have placed the charm on can inflict. So it doesn't matter if the Frost Dragons can poison you. If you have poison on you and a Frost Dragon attacks you, you can get cleansed from that poison. So I might even have a way of cleansing and immunizing myself against the curse effect. If I keep a Frost Dragon somewhere nearby, just hitting me with Avalanche or something. I mean, it's probably not worth it. Most definitely not worth it, since I can cleanse the curse just by myself, using a spell. But still, it is something that might happen. When you play normally, you probably don't care for the curse. I mean, for the debuff. I mean, for the cleanse charm, to remove those debuffs, right? There's better ways to do this, but on a restricted account such as myself, it's probably the best option. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to be wrapping things up for today. I will continue probably for like 1 more hour. We've done some good progress. We've got almost 500 pinchers. We are rushing those hydro monsters as well. I mean, it's not as fast as I thought it would be, but still, the EXP is great, so I expect us to be like maybe even level 105 once we are done with this. I will probably spend most of tomorrow just walking in circles around here. And probably finish it on Monday. Yeah. We might be done with the charm grind on Tuesday, if we are lucky. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I'll keep going for a moment offline, so feel free to message me on Discord or whatever if you still have any questions. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed. And next time we see each other on stream, it will probably be me either finishing the charm grind or fighting the Ghastly Dragons already, which I also fully intend to stream. Alright, so once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.